Get up to burst, tell me the pride ever feel your desire.
Hello and welcome to Starting from Scratch. So I promise, there will be gameplay today. We will be going over some match analysis. But I did want to talk about this first because this is going to be a day about mentality. I think that the first time that you get to floor 10 is really like your first real big mental hurdle that you have to be able to get past as a player who can't just, cream this. So what happens is you get to floor 10, and then in order to get past floor 10, you have to beat this Celestial Challenge where you have to win 5 matches before you lose 2. So the caliber of players varies more greatly between floor 10 than it does between any of the other floors, right? When you first walk into floor 10, you are much more likely to play a player that is much better than you are in any of the other floors. And that's much more likely to happen more consistently. In addition, when you do win and do well in floor 10, instead of going up to floor 11, you get a Celestial Challenge. And it's very likely that you get, 0-2 or 1-2, and then you immediately get kicked down. And despite the fact that that means you've been improving because it thinks that you've got a chance to be better than floor 10, it feels immediately like a loss, right? So you can see that something like that sort of is where we got to. And this is also kind of one of the small pieces of what happened when I quit the game originally. I mean, largely I quit the game because COVID was coming back with Delta into the Omicron variant, and I knew that fighting games weren't really going to be a thing for me for quite a while. But I wanted you to know that despite the fact that I have the mentality that I do have and I fight to keep it, I'm not immune to these things, right? So obviously, as a quick little recap, the time before when we were starting at floor 8 to floor 9, I ran into a Soul that was doing Vortex and Air Dash, a Baiken that was doing Air Dash, a Baiken that was doing Air Dash, and a Soul that was, immediately afterwards, the Soul that was doing Air Dash and Vortex. And you can see when people start doing that, even though they're quite good, right? Like, this strategy works well enough to get people to about 1,500, give or take, right? 3 of these people are right around 1,500. It's not actually very strong, right? I can RPS around that rather consistently at this point in time. So I blew through floor 9 and got to floor 10 almost instantaneously. But then you can see that I played against a Baiken. In fact, I played against 2 different Baikens that weren't doing that, right? I had to learn the matchup, and it was a slightly different story against 2 Baikens that were both not necessarily quite as good as the Baikens that I had just beaten, right? Even the better of the 2 Baikens, 1446, was worse than both of the other Baikens that I had played, right? Oh no, just this one. And then this other Baiken here, that's 1341, was basically, worse than any of the other Baikens that I had played, and yet I still got smoked, because I had to, deal with the Baikens that had learned to do stuff a little bit more differently. These ones were using, moves other than Air Dash S and Yozansen to get to me. So, I was getting 6H'd, I was getting 2H'd, and I was getting Far Slashed, and I was having to deal with, what is it, Kabari, I think, is the name of the move, and I was getting destroyed by that. So it's kind of funny, but, we have a lot of learning still left to do, and I knew that. That's one of the reasons why you'll see here we got to floor 10, right? And I just didn't play for 4 days, and that's not because I was doing secret training like I was last time. Like, I legitimately did a lot of playing in these times, just not in the tower. But here I just didn't play for 4 days because I just wanted to be at floor 10 for a while, right? So, mentality. You can see it's being a little shaky there. Like, that should just not matter. The floor doesn't matter. And then the worst thing happened, right? We played this on the 21st, and we went all the way back down to floor 8. This is the nightmare, right? You get all the way to floor 10 and suddenly get kicked way back down to right back where you started. And we played against this Milia, and this Milia is going to today show us a story of perception versus reality in the world of improvement. I was messing up a lot of really simple, easy things to do against this Millia. I felt really bad about that. The two big ones were I was getting double air dashed on a lot because it will make a 6p whiff. And I thought that Unholy Diver would hit, but it can go over Unholy Diver as well if she does the air dash quick enough or high enough in the air, right? So she can just double air dash over Unholy Diver. So I figured I could just throw the bird and the bird would just cover all the options for me, but no, she can get over it. So between that and her doing H-Disc in my face and me not necessarily doing a great job of dealing with it, I was feeling pretty bad about this. And yet, if you see the results, I was actually just doing completely fine. Even against this player that I should have been winning on a coin flip with, I won 80% of the time. Even though I felt like I was doing bad, right? You have to imagine my mental state here, right? I'd gone from floor 10 all the way to floor 8, and now I'm playing against this Millia that's doing things that I feel like I should be doing better against. So, let's go check that out. And you can see here, I did get Big Blast Sonic unlocked. Pretty happy about that. Alright, so let's go to our collection into replays and look at the matches. I think that they tell a fun little story of how I was thinking versus what was actually happening. So here's the first one. So we have just gotten knocked down into floor 8, a big losing streak, all the way from floor 10, and suddenly we're fighting against this Millia. Immediately Mirage on round start. I know how to deal with this now, though. That does not go over lows. It's basically like a 6p. We can definitely check this going forward. But, you know, immediately I'm getting gimmicked, right? So I'm just like, ugh. Alright, and then into the, obviously, right? Gotta deal with all this. You can see she goes for the Mirage, and I am immediately throwing out a low there, though, right? She throws herself in the corner, goes for a little bit of a mix. I am getting hit by the Heracard for some reason. That's not real, and I dash out of it. I feel alright about that. But it stays active for a crazy amount of time. I throw out my Far Slash there, and I get hit. So she just wins this trade. I feel like I have a pretty reasonable chance to try to bring this back. If I don't get cornered there, so I give it a shot. I'm still getting hit by Heracard. That's not real. Again, are we going to Far Slash? Yeah, so I need to come up with a better button there. Maybe, like, check with 2P, or maybe 5H is disjointed enough that I don't get smoked there. I'll have to play around with it. Alright, and I catch her, and I put her in the corner here, and then I immediately go in, and she's just mashing buttons here. She has the same problem that I used to have really bad, which is like not being able to switch to I am on defense brain. And we get the burst. That is huge. Like if I lost my burst to have her burst come back way later than it is normally, this is already a win for me, right? Because I'm getting my burst back next round and she is not at this point. Unless I win the round, which is also totally fine. Still getting Heracard from full screen here. No reason not to go for it, but I just don't. I just don't get the win. But we got the burst. That's all right. All right, and double air dash, throw the crow, but I don't go low there, or I don't just send it high. I send it low there, so she gets in. And I knew that wasn't real, but I still did the wrong thing. I need to 6p there. 6p just beats that clean. So, you know, she's doing these air dashes, she's getting in, she's H-disking in my face. Not that time! That was an anger 6p, right? That was not like a I'm beating this option 6p. I probably didn't even register that I had beaten that option, only that I had lost to that option the time before and I was pissed. But we get the hard knockdown again. She's not respecting on wake up. I just go for some crazy stuff. I went for a 6p there, but she was already on the other side of me, fortunately. That's pretty beautiful. That's pretty safe because Testament's 5p is also really high. I tried to catch that, but somehow that goes around me. Now I'm in the corner. I jump and try to come down with a button there to punish it, and again, I just lose this trade. She doesn't get the hit, which is big, but I am in huge trouble. I do have my burst back, though, because of the way that the round went previously, so we're not dead here. I get out of that one. That's not real. I'm just going to throw a fireball. Oh, jeez. Alright, and we save it. I definitely could have used meter. Look at how much meter we have. There are 4 sticks of butter sitting on that screen none of us have used. Man, that is definitely one of my next things that I need to work on, huh? Alright, and I get out of that one, and she still catches me with it. But I need to be doing something else there. And then I try to 6P that one, and that one I needed to backdash out of, so I'm just doing the wrong things. At least I'm recognizing, like, what I'm not giving myself credit here at this point in time in my brain is that I am recognizing when these are real and when they aren't, and I am respecting when they are real, and I am disrespecting when they aren't. And that's still progress from the last time we've played Amelia, right? And these things are slow. I have to play Amelia another 100 times before it's just going to be ingrained in my soul. But I'm not giving myself credit for the fact that I am checking these attempts, even if I'm losing these trades. And it's still important. This is a learning process, and finding out that using far slash afterwards isn't real because the disc still hits me is really important information to know. So I'm still learning here. I'm still getting better. I'm just annoyed that I keep losing to this dumb option that isn't real. Okay, she doesn't burst me out of the corner, probably, or into the corner there, probably a mistake. Her sweep is faster than mine. Unfortunate. And this one's real. I kind of get out with minimal problems there, and we are dead. Okay, we are not dead because she was way, way too greedy there. And alright, at this point in time, I am thinking I have a legitimate chance. She just burned a meter. She's only got 1 meter. A hit might kill her if I get the right one. I tried to get I was going for the greed there. I was trying to get a close slash, because I figured if I got close slash there without her burst, she would just die. And close slash hits really high, but I didn't time it right. So I lose this first match. So we just got kicked into floor 8. We've just gotten bullied by this Milia. Things are not looking great, huh? Well, let's look at the next match. I mean, there's spoilers here, I suppose. We know that I don't lose a single other match. But I'm going to try to explain my mind state versus my play and what's actually happening on screen, because they are not the same, right? Okay, so you can see here, what did I do? I got punished there, but I'm okay with that. We were checking Miraz there. And we do, in fact, get the 6P there. No hard knockdown or anything, but I'm just going to run forward. I try to catch the jump out, but she can actually jump out there so fast that even when I call it out, I don't catch her, and that's alright. Alright, we got clipped by the dare dash, and this is real, and I am respecting it like I should, and I don't block the low still, and so this is real again. And that time she doesn't. I have no idea what the thought process was there. This does not get me out of the corner. I needed to knock her down. But we did respect. We did not get hit, even though I was blocking low, which is probably why she didn't go for hair car. I was blocking low, so she didn't go for hair car, so now we're out. So still progress here. Nice. I mean, it's a Testament 6P. It can only be so nice with how broken it is, but still, we're out now. That's the knockdown we needed. Here's the burst. That's alright. She puts herself in the corner with hair car. We get out of it this time. We're not getting cornered. She could lose the game off of this easily with no burst in the corner. I expected her to jump, but she waited a little bit. Needed to be a little more patient there. Needed to be reactive instead of proactive there. So that was my fault. Alright, I'm bursting because I feel like I can do something here. Try to go for the slash. Doesn't work. That does... The FD saves me because I get pushed too far away by the disc. FD, boys. Man. Alright, the defense is actually much better than it used to be, huh? And then again, she is just not respecting. And I screw up here, but she screws up worse. That's just death. There's no way I'm missing that, because this is what I was going for anyway. My brain is already designed to go here. I saw the counter, and then I got the second close slash, so you can't go for this anymore. But I went for it anyway, but she got the counter hit. So, my brain is already locked to just kill off of this. Yeah, there's no way. Alright, what do we do now? We're just backing off. Double air dash forward. Tried to 6P, got a 5P, got hit. This is not real. Oh! Did you see the dash forward first? Oh! Okay. She got spooked by the dash forward. She wasn't ready. She was like, oh crap, he's too close. If I go for the full string, he can punish me. Oh, beautiful. Okay, and we're in. Alright, she calls out the throw there, but she doesn't punish it. And, like, this is not bad for me. I don't know if I could have gotten anything there. And this time I call out the throw, and bonk. Alright, and then she goes for it. So even though these aren't hitting, see that, like, I haven't gotten hit. I'm now using movement to get away from it. So even though I'm upset that, like, she's catching me with a bunch of these, you can see that my RPS has already actually gotten better anyway. I am now using movement to get around it instead of just 6Ps. Now I'm not always where she wants me to be or expects me to be, and it's throwing her off. So, like, even though I'm upset about the air dashes, like, beating a bunch of my stuff here, I am still adapting, even though I'm not thinking about it at the time. And this is great, and that's counter hit into a combo this time. I expect the jump, I don't get it. Okay, that time I just do the 6Ps, and then we block and FD, which means we're out of there, and so she presses too hard and gets hit. Defense into offense. Right? Like, I am getting my offense right now off of her pressing too hard, which is big. It's way better. Well, it's not better, but it's more important, I think, than being able to get offense off of being a crazy wild man. So now all that offense was off of her bad mistake. Now that she's stained, now I can go in. Now I'm happy to RPS here because she's dead. I could have done that 200 rating ago.
I'd say it's time for a tea break.
So, yeah, there's our second matchup. So even though I'm feeling terrible still, got knocked down to floor 8, got beaten by this Millia. I'm only even with them at this point in time, but I'm still furious. It's actually going quite fine, isn't it? So let's check out this next match. Alright, so last time I was not expecting her to go for a Miraz again. I was showing 2Ks and things that beat Miraz there. I was correct. We get the really big round start win here of I got her burst. I was going to say getting her stained, but that is probably even better. That was a great win for me. 6H doesn't quite catch Millia there. That catches a lot of characters if they try to air dash, and it still catches them on the ground, so it's kind of like a pretty solid move to do, but Millia better at getting around that than most. But she backs off, doesn't get a combo there. She kind of just shimmied herself there, I feel like. I'm not sure how that happened, but now she can't stop me from getting out of the corner off of this, and I'm just like abusing this, and she gets hit again, and I think she's just barely alive here because of the starter. Yeah, and I just 6H. Since she's already knocked against the wall, 6H is burst safe, and they're so close in damage to Arbiter that it's just so consistent. At some point in time I'll do the others, but like I still have to practice Arbiter whenever I'm not close enough to hit the 6H, or when she's not already wall splatted, because then it's not burst safe. So I'm still getting my practice, and I think that 6H there is just perfectly fine. 61 damage unscaled versus 63 damage unscaled. After scaling is like 1 extra damage, so like whatever. Alright. Anyway, moving on. And we just Arbiter. She had Super there. I had enough HP that I could have just eaten the Super anyway, but no reason to give her that knockdown. Alright, we get out of there. Again, the Far Slash is just not doing it for us. I think that maybe like 2K would go under that and still check any approaches towards me there. But yeah, again, I'm getting smoked by this fake H-disc. Ooh, that was good. I waited for a second and didn't just throw the fireball. I didn't get as much off of it as I should have, but still happy about that. I think I thought that I was going to get close slash off of that sweep, and I didn't. Alright, this is real. We have to deal with it. But again, at least I know, right? I am respecting when those things are real. And I am trying to challenge when they're not real. I just, you know, I don't know what things work and don't yet. Alright, we backdash. We stop that. We... that isn't a punish, but it is a check to that, because she is pretty minus after the hair car. And she's so willing to put herself in the corner. She's definitely losing off of her willingness to just put herself in the corner, right? And I'm now taking advantage of that. Yes, the double air dash might catch me a little bit, but also she's now in the corner, which I'm so okay with. Again, we challenge there, and we die off of it. But you can see I'm slowly starting to put things together. I'm using some movement to get out of the way. I am challenging all the ones that are fake. I'm letting her put herself in the corner and die off of it. And, you know, it isn't always working. I still need to work on my corner pressure and stuff, but look, she's in the corner. If she doesn't get a hit here, she is in trouble. Yeah. Do I win off of this one decision for her to put herself in the corner? Bonk, she tries to jump out. She doesn't. She's going down to the ground. She feels the need to use burst. She went from just simply winning to being in a terrible position so fast. She's still in the corner, by the way. And now she's really in trouble. This is an easy conversion, right? Yeah, easy conversion. I thought that was going to wall splat. It didn't. That's okay. We catch her again here. That wall splats. And, you know, not the perfect thing. Obviously, we would have preferred to have done, like... Can I do sweep into super there? I could have at least done, like, Calamity 1. But you've seen that we just went from a position where we were losing pretty hard to she put herself into the corner and didn't make a conversion off of it. And now we are simply winning, right? The meter is the same, but I have more health and burst. And this is the last round. She's not getting burst. So I am simply winning in this position. So, like, even though in my brain everything is the worst, alright, yeah, there we go. We've got our burst. Okay, she's got meter, but now she's out of meter, and she's not getting any after the end of this combo. And we catch her there with jumps. I expected it again, but she didn't do it. And we can just DP and then RC this, and she wasn't ready for it. And yeah, we used our extra health, our burst, and our meter all together to get that one final RPS that we needed to win. And all of that was because I realized, even though I didn't realize it, that she was putting herself in the corner a lot with those double air dash forwards. Because you can't put yourself into a position where I'm going to feel the desire to 6P really early if the first jump doesn't threaten me. Right? So now she has to put herself in the corner to threaten this option that doesn't just lose immediately to my 6P, and by doing so, she put herself into a position that just lost her the game on the spot. Crazy. And all this while I'm, like, furious about the fact that I'm still just getting owned by the dashes, but I'm not really. Like, if she was maybe a slightly better Millia, those dashes would really be destroying me. Blocked and punished? I mean... For as much as I'm being cranky about some of these things, that was a good adaptation. She just went for full screen hair car. Not only did I block it, but I was also ready with the punish. I am adapting as we go. Alright, and we get hit by the double air dash forward. Gotta deal with this. Blocked the wrong way. I don't know what that is. Like, I guess that's the way to keep the pressure there or something. I don't even know if that's real, to be honest. I was just assuming it was because it seemed like the safer option. I have no idea how I got... Oh, I know how I got hit by that. I was blocking low, but I was blocking the correct direction, but low. I was just expecting her to cross me up and then go low there, but she actually went high. Because I was blocking the right way there, I'm pretty sure. Okay, tried to backdash that, it didn't work. So I'm now trying to challenge that. I'm actually asking this question in the match myself. Is this real? Now she's in the corner again. Doesn't look like we're going to be able to really take advantage. Nah. But again, like that, for that one moment she was in the corner. If we can stick her there for a second again, she's in big trouble. Oh, and you can see, what am I doing now? The double air dash forward. Alright, now I'm thinking about it. Okay, if you want to double air dash forward, I have this ridiculously huge jumping button. Look at this, we get the punish. Sweet, I'm looking for it again. I don't get it, but the scramble afterwards is okay. I win the scramble. Move forward to 6p, doesn't quite work. Tried to move backwards to 6p there, it didn't work. Alright, we just 6p again. I think that was just the button that I was, like, queued up for. Okay, she kind of clips me there, but she's too far away. Yeah, like, she doesn't really threaten anything there, except maybe the S-disc, right? And then I go for the jump again. Okay, we catch her. I'm just going to expect the jump again. Yep, there it is. Alright, yeah, we're playing our 50-50s. We're getting our stain. The second I get the stain, what am I doing? Going in, she's on the corner. She's in the whole corner. Now, was it right to walk all the way up to her? I don't know, but she's dead. It doesn't matter. Yeah, she's super dead. I don't think that was even necessary. I could have pushed anything there. Alright. So now what? Okay, I just jump out of that. That was scrambly. I'm not sure that was right, but here we are. And I'm getting clipped. So some of these, if you see me on the ground getting counter hit, that is because you can thank pad joystick for that. I am just, like, not getting the presses I want. I'm getting, like, 1 when I want 4 and 3 when I want 6 sometimes, so I'll have to work on that. But, otherwise, alright, this is real. Alright, and we're blocking that, and I could have just dealt with that. Okay, eventually we get the 6p there. Okay, first time that we have messed up the timing on that meaty and she's been able to throw us. The other times she's just been getting counter hit and destroyed. So I'm okay with that. If she's playing this game and that's why I've been getting those counter hits, that's a game that favors me. So we're cool with that. This is real. I'm blocking. Okay, I try to push a button when it's not my turn. I back out of that because it's not real. Didn't even get hit, but we got caught on the flip side there. So how do we turn this one around? Is she going to put herself in the corner? Oh, nope. Put yourself in the corner. Okay, yeah, that works too. We're just going to slowly beat her to the other corner. There goes the burst. And I was not ready with a super or anything there in the event that hit. And we're just gonna neutral her to death there, yeah. Alright, perfect. So, despite all these things that are going wrong and all the air dashes that are working, you can see I'm pushing more things. I'm adapting, right? We did the JD that time. The JD caught one of the air dashes. So we're kind of doing alright. We're slowly trying to figure out things that are beating that, and you know, if she's going to represent that option so much, I'm going to feel better and better about a more committal option like JD, because I know that she's not going to push her JH after the first jump very often out of the fear of the 6P. We block it. Okay, again, this time I don't go for the punish, but I think that's okay. I felt like I was probably expecting to go into like attempted pressure here because I wanted to try to corner her, but she gets out with the double air dash. Unfortunate. Catches me there, I think blocking low again. And I've realized that if I backdash that JH, she just has no follow-up afterwards, even if she hits me with it, and I'm just out, which is great for me. I'll take the JH damage to not be in that mix-up. Oh, and look at that! We block. I did the 6P, it doesn't work. Instead of trying to push a button or backdash, we just block the other direction. We just defend it, get some meter, block the sweep. Thank you. Thank you, pad joystick. I promise you. Let's look. Yeah. I got 3P. I was clearly trying to 6P. You can see I'm still trying to do it. Oh, no. Alright, well, little things that you have to get better at, huh? Okay, we get bad mooned there, and somehow that 6P loses when it definitely looked like it was through all of her body there, but whatever. Okay. She actually RPS's the Miraz again. I guess now was about the time to do that. I haven't shown anything that beats it for a while. So, fair enough. This is real. We are blocking it. Block it in the air. Block it on the other side. Block the low. That's not real. We get out of it. Okay, again, we still are just pushing the wrong button there. Check it with like a 2K or something, huh? Okay, she doesn't go for the hair car there. She puts herself in the corner now. Okay. Real have to deal with this. I'm getting clipped by that a lot when I shouldn't be. Okay, she jumps it, and now we're in business. And this time, instead of going for a... I like that a lot. Instead of going for anything there, since she's stained, I expect her to, like, try to get away from the far slash. And so I run in, back off, and anti-air, and it just works. And now she messes up, and I wasn't ready for that. I had already thrown Crow, but Crow still punishes with not only a tiny little bit of damage and a soft knockdown, but also with Stain. If she gets hit now, she basically just dies. Okay, she gets out of it like that, and doesn't throw me into the corner. What? Alright. I forgot that forcing her to block doesn't make that go away anymore, and so I didn't have that out. But to be honest, the fact that I got hit by it a little bit was probably better than whatever punish she might have had on deck anyway, so it sort of worked out for me. Bad decision, worked out anyway. Alright, we got the 6P, we got throw the Crow, we got the jab, get out of my airspace, we got the JD, I just barely missed it. We punished her on landing. Okay, this is real, we have to deal with it. Oh, okay, but you see, I'm still coming up with new things that deal with it. Are they the best? Maybe not, but for my level, I feel pretty good. Immediately try to catch him with the jump D there. Okay, we catch the jump there. I am in. And we're air dashing for the meaty. Alright, you see? That time, we stopped her out of the air, got a combo, and got the meaty. And here I am being like, I'm so bad at dealing with her. Everything. She's catching me with all this stuff. And that's still what's happening in my brain right now. And yet, this is what's happening on the screen, right? A different universe. Messed up my Crow there. That one was not supposed to be held. But she's still kind of in a terrible spot. Yeah, this is... She dead, right? No, I didn't super. Okay. But she's in a terrible, terrible position. She has no meter, no life, no burst, no hope. I could mess up 5 times and still win this match. She finally air dashes forward too low, too aggressively. I catch her with the bird, and the game is over. 4-1, and we're basically already back out of floor 8. So, I just felt like this was a fun, cool little lesson about something that, you know, was a little deja vu to me of a situation where I gave up last time. And this time, I wanted to talk about that, talk about mentality and overcoming these things, and carry on. And this time, I will. I hope to see you there.